All right, so if you're watching this, you've probably been put in a situation where the foreign country is requesting you to get some documents notarized and also apostilled. My name is Rufus. I'm the notary dude here in Los Angeles, California, and I process a lot of notarizations and also apostilles. Let me see if I can simplify the process for you here a little bit. Today is Tuesday. On Sunday, I had a young lady who called me here in Monterey Park, California, and she said she had 5 documents. She is trying to claim some property in Japan, and they're not letting her claim that property because they want certain documents notarized and apostilled first. She inherited some property from a relative in Japan. So she went to go claim that property, and Japan said, look, we totally trust you, but you have to follow our procedure before you can claim this land. They wanted a certified copy of the death certificate from the family member. And they also wanted some power of attorney forms that were notarized and also signed by her before they're going to release this property to her. So she called me, and she was in a huge rush because she's actually flying back to Japan on Wednesday, that following Wednesday. So I met her in a McDonald's parking lot here in Monterey Park, California. She showed me the forms, and she said that they only need 2 of them to be apostilled. The other 3 documents just need to be notarized. So this is how I went about doing it. So when she brought the documents to me, one of them was for a death certificate from her relative who passed away. The death certificate was issued here in California, which was a help because I'm in California. It makes the apostille process a little bit easier. The reason Japan wants these documents to be notarized and also apostilled is because they want to make sure the documents are legit. So what they want you to do is they want you to get a certified copy of that death certificate. That's not good enough for them. They want it to be authenticated a second time, which is through the Secretary of State of where that death certificate originated from. So it was in California. So what I did was I took that death certificate and made sure it was signed by the correct person, which would be the county clerk, which it was, and I could take it to the Secretary of State here in California and have them put an additional stamp on that death certificate, and that stamp they put on that death certificate is considered the apostille. That's basically what an apostille is. It's a second, level of authentication on a document that's previously been signed by a government official or been notarized by a notary public. So that's how I went about doing the death certificate. Now for these other forms that she needed to have notarized and one of them be apostilled, they were just power of attorney forms. She was just basically saying, look, this property was given to me. I need to go claim it. This is my information. Now, there was also another hiccup here because she had a name change. From the time that she was set up in that form to be able to take over the property, she'd gotten married. So she had a name change during the process. So because that power of attorney form was set up for her under her original name, now she's married, had a name change, so she also had to have some other forms drawn up by an attorney in Japan and then have them be signed by her and also notarized. So we're dealing with a lot of different documents here. Those forms did not have to be apostilled, just notarized. So here's the way we went about it. Stick with me here. I know this is way confusing. The death certificate, I went and got apostilled to Secretary of State. Everything was good, perfect. Now for these other forms, she didn't need to have all of them apostilled, just notarized. Her lawyer said, just get them notarized. So I went ahead and notarized them for her there on the spot in McDonald's. Now, there was one other form, her name change form, that needed to be notarized and also apostilled. So what I did was, I notarized that form for her. I then took it, the next day on Monday, which was yesterday, to the Secretary of State with the death certificate, and we got those both apostilled. And the death certificate apostille it was signed by a government official, so that took care of that. Now the name change form that her lawyer had written up, I notarized that for her, and I was then taken to get apostilled there at the Secretary of State in Los Angeles. So I got both the death certificate and her name change document apostilled, and then the other 3 documents she had, they were just basic power of attorney forms. It was all in Japanese. I didn't understand what it was, and that's fine as a notary. You don't have to. You just need to make sure the correct person is signing the form. So all in all, Sunday I went and met her at McDonald's. Monday I took those documents to the Secretary of State, got them apostilled. Monday afternoon I returned everything to her, all 5 documents. The 2 apostilles and the 3 notarizations were done. Now, if you're in a situation like this, or if you're a notary who is notarying documents like this, you have to make sure you do them correctly. I mean, mainly because they're going to Japan, and it's kind of hard to make changes if she's in Japan with the paperwork and you're here in the US. And second of all, because the Secretary of State is not going to apostille those documents unless they're notarized correctly. So you really have to make sure that if you're having a notary do this for you, they know what the heck they're doing. If you're a notary, you better make sure that your signature, your stamp, the dates, everything are done correctly on the acknowledgement that you're attaching. My name is Rufus. I'm the notary dude here in Los Angeles, California. If you have any questions about a notarization or an apostille, especially here in California, call me. My number is going to be below. I offer both notarization and apostille services. I'm a commissioned notary public here in California. So I enjoy doing this. I'm extremely good at what I do. I have quick turnaround and I'm very, very affordable. So if you need any of those services, check my bio. I have my Google business page listed there. You can go look at reviews, but give me a call. My number is below.